If you're thinking about getting renovation loan, one of the most important things that you need to consider is to hire a right contractor for the whole process. If that's you, stay with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hi, my name is Gauhar Gregorian with Keller Williams Realty, and I have a pleasure here to be with.
Hi, I'm Maria Loria. I'm the owner of WM Loria Contracting.
Today, I want to talk about a renovation loan and a right contractor because many of my clients, when they're deciding to work with the renovation loan program, they want to make sure that they have a right contractor to work with. So please walk us through the process and let us know what they need to know to start the process and how it goes.
So the first thing is ask for a reference. So your local realtor or their team, if they know someone in the area that has done these 203K loans, because it's important to have someone who knows the process already, because the process is extensive along with the paperwork. And someone like myself who has done them, it's pretty simple.
I love that you said that because I think that's one of the most important things, right? Because there are a lot of contractors out there that they can help you with the, process, but it is very important to have a contractor who actually did 203K loans and they're familiar with the process. That makes things so much easier.
I have a relationship with the HUD consultant and the adjuster that comes out and the mortgage company that disperses the money.
So what happens initially? You meet with the client?
Yes, and I measure the home.
Okay.
I give an extensive itemized estimate, very accurate estimate, so that I can hand it in to the mortgage company to see what they're approved for and if it'll go through with the loan.
Okay, sounds great. So what about if they don't have the home yet? Can you kind of give them an estimate what it can be, or you need to actually have the home?
No, I give an estimate, before closing, because all the money has to be in closing together. You have to have the full estimate in the loan.
Okay.
Before closing. And then the house is going to appraise afterwards, always for more. Every 203K that I've done, I did one for $65,000 and it appraised for $100,000 more. So we put $35,000 of value into the home.
So let's say I'm working with a buyer and they know they're going to hire a renovation loan specialist and they need a contractor. Would you do a consultation with them to let them know what the process is, what's involved, what kind of...
Yeah, I would come out and give them an estimate as I would, whether they were going to go through the process or not. They still need my estimate to hand it in to see if they qualify for that amount of money.
Okay. Let's talk about after the closing. What happens after the closing? We close on a property, the buyers are happy, sellers are happy. Now they're excited to get the project started and move their home. So let's talk about how long it takes and what are the initial steps for you to get started.
So depending on the renovation and how large it's going to be, whether it's just renovating the kitchen or doing an addition, the timelines are different, but you always have to give the homeowner a timeline, whether it's 30 days or 6 months, and you have to make sure that you get it done in that timeline because the mortgage company writes it down and make sure that you're sticking to your timeline for the disbursements because there's always 5 to 6 disbursements. But to start the process, I usually pull a permit. If it's more than just changing cabinets, you have to pull a permit. The permit process takes 2 to 4 weeks, which you have to make sure that that's part of your timeline. Then you start the demo and you could start the work right away. And then the HUD inspector comes in after every piece. So I demo, then the HUD inspector comes in to make sure that I did what I said I was going to do. Then he comes back after the second piece, which is starting the renovations.
Okay. And what about how long it takes from start to finish? Let's say if somebody is just doing like a basic renovation, kitchen, bathroom, floors, and repainting, how long will it take?
So a bathroom takes between 10 and 14 days. A kitchen takes between 30 and 45 days. depending on how extensive they want it. If I'm moving plumbing, we will have to go through a permit process, which then it could take up to 3 months.
So basically, whatever needs permit from the town, it can take longer. But if we're doing something, they're just like replacing things and it doesn't need permit from the town, then the process can be a lot quicker and they can get into their brand new home a lot sooner. Yeah, that sounds great. So let's also talk about some of the things that, the buyer can use the renovation loan money to do the updates. We already talked about kitchen, bathroom, repainting. Give me some other examples.
So we've had a finished basement. We've had additions done. People would like to update their backyards. If you put a pool in, it obviously adds value.
Yes.
If you add space, obviously now you're adding square footage, and that adds value to any home.
Because a lot of our, buyers, when they're working with the regular mortgage, they don't know about the renovation loan. And then even when they know renovation loan, they don't know all these other things that can be done with the money that they borrow from the bank. That's really good to hear.
Like there's also like emergency ones that we've done where my cousin Vincent bought a home in Jackson, New Jersey, and the septic tank wasn't good. So we had to do a new septic tank, and the bank approved him for under $30,000, which then he doesn't need the HUD inspector, which is also another process, because anything under, I believe it's $35,000, you don't even need the HUD inspector to come out.
Wow, that's great that you mentioned septic, because that was my next question. It comes up a lot that the septic is an issue before the closing. If there is a septic, it's not working, and it costs a lot. So it's usually hard for a buyer, especially first-time home buyer, right after closing, to come up with that amount. Yeah. So this is a perfect opportunity for them to just do a renovation loan and get us going. Yeah, have a brand new septic right from the beginning. Let's talk about your clients that you just, finished the work with them. And I know they're very excited to move in their beautiful home, Christine and Paul. Share with us their story.
So they were pregnant, had one baby already, so they needed more space in the home that they were buying. There was a detached garage, so they wanted to add some square footage to attach the house to the garage, and they wanted to renovate the kitchen and all the floor in the house. So they got a renovation loan, and they were asking for, in my estimate, it was $67,000 to fix the home, do the addition, and renovate the kitchen. So we put in the estimate. They were approved. The house would have appraised for $100,000 more.
Wow.
So it took 3 months, and I gave the timeline of 6 months, because it's nice to give a little more time in case we have problems with the town. But I have very good relationships with the people in the building department and all the local communities, because I've been here my whole life, and I've been a contractor since 2005. So it's good to have relationships with people in the business.
That's very important. Absolutely.
Sometimes they can expedite some of the paperwork.
I agree.
So they were very happy to move in their home within 3 months instead of the 6 months that I had promised them.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good story to hear that, people move in their brand new homes, that it's already like have a beautiful kitchen, everything is updated. And on top of it, they create equity. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
Thank you so much, Maria, for being here with me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me also.
Thank you. If you would like to get more information from Maria, how the whole process works, or want to get an estimate for the home that you already found, or just have an initial consultation, please click the link below and we will see you on the other side. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we always want to hear your comments and questions, and we're here to help you.
Thank you so much. I'm Maria Loria from WM Loria Contracting, and you could contact me at wmloriacontracting@gmail.com.